Okay, I think we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Harry Roper. I'm an enterprise consultant building AI products for companies big and small. I work with a company called Imaginary Space. Today, we're building some stuff in Lovable. I want to build a landing page, actually, but before I get started, I just want to do a few bits of housekeeping if this is the first time you're watching. I've got August and Dan from my team in the chat today. So if you have any questions, they'll keep an eye out. And if you want us to build anything in specific, please ask in chat as well, and I will happily do so. But what are we building today? We're going to try and build a landing page. I think Lovable is a great landing page builder, and it can build pages that are equivalent to some of the best that are on the web right now. I want to show you a few quick tips and tricks today that I use to build websites for my clients and charge up to $10,000 per build. Okay, what are we building today is going to be everybody's question. So I want to just show you this whiteboard that I quickly put together. And we're going to do a couple of things today that I think will help us get closer to a $10,000 website. First of all, the ICP or the persona for this is going to be an AI athlete analysis tech company. They track movement and posture with AI models. I've got this really great example of a website that I want to show you guys. Has a really nice loading animation, as you saw. It's got some 3D stuff on the left-hand side. I'm just going to refresh it again so it fully loads the website for us. Here we go. So really nice loading animation, which we'll try and recreate. Really simple and clean hero as well. As we scroll, we get this cool scrolling experience, which I think is just like modern day website, like engaging websites. Like this is particularly something that can really grab people's attention. And what are we trying to do when we build a website? We're trying to build an experience that gets people excited about a product so that they come back to our website or they remember us in their brain. So that being said, we'll start all off in Lovable. Do let me know if you guys have any questions whilst we get through and start building this. The guys are in the chat and we'll get to you as soon as possible. Let's start with a style guide, I think. I want to try and get some components together. So I'm just going to say a blank style guide and nothing else. Now, I always like starting with a blank project in Lovable. just because it gives me a little bit of space and freedom to like make whatever I want. Sometimes I think people struggle with this idea that they need to put like a huge prompt in the chat here, right? And get like a load of stuff generated at once. I think you'll tend to find you'll slip up a lot if you do that. It's better to keep your prompts small and individual, so prompt 1, 2, etc., and go from there. Nice. Great to see No Code down in the chat. Shout out everyone. Okay, let's wait for this to generate. It's still taking its time. So what I'm gonna do here with the Optica website is I do like the layout and the size of the fonts. So I want to steal that here for our first screen. Let's see why my Lovable isn't loading. It's a great start to the stream when the tool doesn't load. Let's see why that is. Okay, cool. So I think Lovable struggled with the initial generation, so I'm just going to help it out here a little bit. A blank hero page, nothing else, just a section. I want to copy the attached design. Pay special attention to the irregular grid lines. And I just want to show you guys like the mental process for this when I'm trying to get like a AI to copy a nice design I've seen online, right? So what do I like here? I like that we've got capitalized fonts for the smaller pieces of text. I like that there's some sort of focus on sizings. There's a big title, then a medium value prop, and then all of the other items are small after that as well. I also write the simplicity. So let's see if Lovable can help us recreate this and get a little bit closer to what we want. So the irregular grid lines, any small p text is SPSM, which is a Tailwind class for small. If you didn't know, Tailwind is the CSS framework that we use with Lovable projects. Any small p text is PSM. There's a clear hierarchy. Title is big, value prop is medium, all p text is capitalized and small. So we're just pulling out the things that we liked. It would be very easy just to screenshot this, send it to Lovable and say like, remake this for me, right? AIs really struggle sometimes about like lack of context. So in this case, what I'm saying to Lovable is like, dude, I really like these specific parts in the screenshot. Can you recreate these specific parts? So hopefully we're making it a little less broad for Lovable to build something for us here. Yo, Rizal, I hope I got your name right. At least let me know if I pronounced it wrong. Good to see you, dude. All right, cool. This is coming along, eh? I like it so far. There's a lot to improve, so let's start improving some stuff. I'm gonna use the edit tool here and just delete this thing. Cool. And we will save that. It's the really nice thing about the edit tool. Sometimes you don't need to prompt to get rid of things. In this case, that's what we're doing. I'm going back to Optica and looking for the things that I like. So make sure the nav text is extra small and not bolded. First of all, I want to get it closer to this. Oh, I guess I'm not showing my tab. I want to get it closer to this. So you can see right now that it's coming along, but like, compared to what like Optica actually looks like in comparison to the hero that we have here, we've still got a bit to go. So this is more about refining now, and ensuring everything works as you expect. Great. I'm just going to delete this because I don't want it. Great. And then we're going to just make this a little bit smaller as well. It's extra large at the moment. I'm going to go for extra small. So that matches the nav. Okay. We're not using spline, but you could. It's a really good solution. We have used it on other projects, but sometimes it's a little bit performance heavy. I'd be interested to know, 10,000 hours, do you use it? Do you have better success? Okay, this is looking good. Let's get the rest of the screen locked in. So I'm just going to copy this again. I'd like to position the title and then a paragraph to the right of it, similar to the image attached. Just focus on these two elements. Why did I say focus on these two elements? Sometimes if you share a screenshot, right, with the AI and you just say remake this or like remake it again, it's going to keep taking all of that context of that stuff I deleted and trying to add it back again. So here I'm like, just focus on the title and the paragraph. Like that's the key here for me. Being specific. Okay. Just added some stuff back, which I'm slightly annoyed about. We're going to get rid of this for now. And I want to add something cool to the hero. If we look at Optica, they have this cool like 3D rotating thing, right? I want to try and have a look and see what we got. Shaolu James in the chat. Good to see you, man. Okay, guys, look, it did it. It got it. Nice. Okay. I want to get rid of this 3D thing now. Get rid of the 3D thing and the creativity powered by code text. All right, what do you guys think so far? Here's what I've got in Lovable so far. Here's where we're trying to go. I think we're getting there here. I think we're getting there. Perfect. Title and Optica value crop should be positioned at the bottom of the screen. Remove the scroll down. I think we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. I want the meat Optica to break onto a new line, because I think that looks clean. But yeah, you can see how very quickly you can get to like a close match to a design that you're trying to go for. I really want to add a scroll effect next, like as soon as you go past this. I think that would be really cool. So whilst this prompt is running, let's go to 21st Tab, which is a great little resource. For items, I would be careful though using these. Sometimes you can overuse them, but I just like taking ones that are going to be helpful. I want want some like scroll text because I want people to read like a mission statement as soon as they get past this first section. That looks cool. That's also cool. There we go. This is nice. So that's the exact effect I want. This like nice scrolly text. So we can do a little bit of a mission statement. Back to Lovable. Looks like this got put down. So apart from colors, what do you guys think so far? That's the original. This is our version that we're trying to build. I think we're getting there. Eh? I like the design. Okay, let's give the BG of the hero a cream color. Muted orange-ish. Minimal. Elegant. Just try and match that like warm color. It gives a little bit more. How's everybody's day going today? Tell me. Let me know. Are you having a good day? Look at that. That's perfect. Adds a nice little warm color to it. I like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is just add this next section from 21st Dev. So I'm going to say add a new section after the hero using the same design elements and fonts, but add a sticky scroll text section using this template. I prefer adding context to the beginning of 21st Dev components because sometimes if you just copy the code or the element indirectly, you're going to have this problem where like it's going to break or try out a weird component. So what I like to do is just add a little bit more context where I want it added. These use the same design elements I've been using in the hero, but let's make this like a sticky scroll text section and then give it the component afterwards. What's up, 99 boys? Let's go. Crazy guy, let's fucking get it. That's what's up. We are building landing pages today. If you've just joined us, okay, this works. It's a little bit broken. So I see the text because it's fixed in the here, but we only want it to follow us if we are scrolling through section 2, and it should be sticky as well. All right. I keep saying the word sticky, and I realize that some of you might not know. So here's what a sticky element is in HTML. What does it do? It makes something stick to the bottom of our, to the top of our screen, like this yellow bit here. So as you can imagine with this text, what I'd prefer is that as I scroll into the next section, it's going to fill the text for us, rather than being all over here at the moment and also just always being stuck to the screen. Okay, cool. Look at that. Okay. So the text doesn't fill based on how far we have scrolled through the section. It should start as soon as we start scrolling and end as soon as we reach the end of the section. So here it's just about timings. You see how this text isn't changing when I scroll through? That's because probably what I'm building and the way I've adapted this 21st Dev component, it wasn't exactly built for this. So I just want to give Lovable the context of like, here's the end result of what I'm looking for with this component. And as you can see, it's now said, yeah, that's correct. This offset is off. So I'm going to just realign this. And it's going to rebuild it, which is cool. Shout out to you guys in chat. If you have any questions, do let us know. I got August and Dan here to help out today. All right, this has loaded. I do like it, but it's still off a bit. It's still off a bit as you scroll into the section. Text already fills, and then as I scroll with the content, nothing happens. Now I'm going to use chat mode here. Why? Sometimes when Lovable doesn't like really understand the context of something you're doing, or like it generally doesn't understand the code as well. Chat mode is a really quick way to like turn on this like scanning feature, and you can see it happening here, where it's reading the code and making a bit of a plan before it does the implementation. This is normally like my catch-22, where like if all else fails, hopefully chat and plan mode will fix it. And we're going to implement this plan here and hopefully fix this scroll. But it's looking cool. I love it with the grid background already. It's like irregular, which is exactly what I wanted. I just want to get this effect to fill. It'd be nice if like one of the words changed to orange as well as you scroll. Let's see if this fixed it. The timing offsets are off slightly. Should only fill when we start sticking, and it should be full by the time we reach the end of the page. See, I was just like lots of fine tuning, lots of little tweaks to get to exactly where you want. It isn't like one prompt and we're done. You do need to iterate a bit, but that's okay. We're patient, so we got this. Look at this, guys. Ah, it worked. Yes. Nice. Okay. So I want this last line. I want the last line to change to orange. And this is crazy. Look at the text of copy. Add a little effect there. I am the Sam Smith of Lovable. If I had a beer for every time somebody in a bar asked me, am I Sam Smith's reincarnation or Matt Miller's as well, I'd be a millionaire, I think. Ooh. Sí, sí, Jonathan, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué onda? Cool. Yeah, nice. Looks great. That's great. What's missing here, guys? Can you tell me what else could we design for this hero or that section that we just made? I want this to break on a new line for sure, either way. So when we come to here, meet Optica should always be 2 lines. Yeah, that's it. I think a lot of people don't think Lovable is that powerful to do these kind of things, but yeah, check this out. It's great on my screen. Great. This now always breaks, which is awesome. Now I want to add something to the hero that's like a little bit shiny and cool. This is what they say to Lovable to use Anime.js or GSAP. Very possible. You can use almost anything with Lovable to give a really cool effect. P5.js as well, I highly recommend if you haven't tried it. Okay, so I'm back in 21st Dev. I'm looking for something that can be a little bit like cool in the hero. This is nice. I do like lights. I've been doing a lot with cards there. This glass card is nice. I want something like something to explain what the company does, like some images or something. Because if you guys remember, coming back to what we're building today, we're building an AI athlete analysis tech landing page. It tracks movement and posture. So I need this hero. I want this hero to have something cool that kind of tells you about that company. Maybe we'll use ChatGPT here. Okay. GPT-4a. Generate an image of a man running. Some classic marker boxes brought over him to identify different parts of his body, like an AI camera scanning. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but you guys see how there's like all these like little elements over. I wonder if we can use that to just like, get across the idea that this is a website for AI scanning. Let's see what ChatGPT gives us. If this doesn't work, I'll find something else. Hey, Franco, shout out to you, man. ChatGPT takes forever for me. I don't know about you guys. Oh, it came in clutch though. Look at this. Holy shit, this might be what we want. Holy shit, I just did a great job. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna get some juice quickly. La verdad, Lovable plus Super es una locura, pero esto que estás haciendo a nivel de diseño con Scroll es otro nivel. Thanks, Jonathan. So, for my non-Spanish speaking, Jonathan saying, this is really cool. I love Lovable and Superbase and Stripe. It's crazy. But this, what you're designing, otro, it's another thing. Very kind. Dos proyectos, okay. You're also saying that he's building 2 projects, a Lovable and a Superbase. Y la verdad es genial. Amigo, una locura Lovable. It's probably one of the best tools ever. I love using it. All right, I'm really happy with this. Do we do option 1 or option 2, chat? Option 2 is loading. Oh, I think it's option 1, right? So much better. Cool. I like that. Add this image to the hero, taking account for the other elements, spacing it well, and squaring it off if necessary. get that image in so we have something in the hero to just visually show what we do. We've got this nice little scroll. I think it's coming along super quick, and we've only been doing this for a couple minutes. Let's get this image edited in. No, Lucha, in the chat, everyone. Build unsuccessful, so we'll just hit the trifix, the magic trifix button. Yeah, it's crazy actually how fast we can build now. 30 minutes and we're already like pretty far in. I'm pretty happy so far. Cool. Nice. I don't like the positioning though. It should be in its own row above the text row. So this is using a grid by the looks of it. I've got a column here for the text on the left, column for the grid image in the middle, and then a column for the text on the right. I want this image to be at the top of the hero and the text at the bottom. But actually, this looks pretty cool. Okay, I want to get like a cool border effect for this card image thingy. There's lots of cool ones I think that we could use. Some are a bit more overused than others, so I want to be a little bit aware of that. I mean, this is cool, isn't it? Maybe like a glow or something. Have a look at what we got for that. This is cool. Some glare clouds. Maybe we could just make it that actually, like it just glares when you hover it. So if people do hover their mouse over it, then we get a cool effect. All right, let's try Magic Chat then, based on Dan's stuff. Okay, this is 23rd steps component creator. Let's see if we can get something cool. I want an effect where if I mouse over an image, it gives a cool glare effect, and the card moves a bit based on mouse position. No promises on what this is going to be like, but let's see. Excuse my kid. I like that it gives a lot of variance as well, actually. It's quite cool. Let's see what we get for a component. Nice. Okay, let's have a look. Close. Variant 2. No. Variant 3. Oh, that's the one I think, isn't it? But I want the blur to move as well. Okay. Okay. Ah, maybe it's this one actually. It's added the light really nicely. Yeah, let's try it. So grab the code, copy. Okay. And then we're going to go back to Lovable. And I'm going to say, first of all, it's bugged up my hero, which I'm not happy about. So we're going to go use the magic restore button here to go back. Set all the text is back where it was. Great. Add this effect to the image without text. And we copy and paste that component. I just picked up, you can see here from the component that in 21st Dev, it includes text. I don't want the text, so we're just going to prompt that out in this case. Nice. So if anybody wants help with improving their prompts, Algus has put up on the screen Dan's link that should hopefully help you out in improving them. Okay. Bit of a process, this one. I think we might finish it in a part 2 for sure, but I'm pretty happy with it so far for 40 minutes worth of work. Let's get this effect on the card so it's a little bit more interesting. Should the user hover over it? Nice. Let's put the image above the text. Square it off as the height is really big. Cool. Tweaking away. Now we might need to do a little refactor soon because you see how like Lovable's pushing out pretty much every single component we have at the moment. And it's having to rewrite that every time. So one of the tricks you can do to make this like editing process faster is at some point just say, hey, can you refactor the here other sections? Okay, this is looking good. So I want it to be a bit more like this though, where it's like row 1 image, row 2 heading / paragraph. This way the text is at the bottom of the hero alignment wise, and the image is at the top of the hero alignment wise. Just tweaking. Whilst that's going on, I actually want to come and steal one of the other cards that I saw here from a previous exploration we were doing. So there's like a new design style I've been seeing pop up on the internet right now. I think we should steal it. Actually, it might even be in the original Optica example that we saw. No, it's not. So I'm going to go back to 21st Dev. I think I put in card as the search term when it came up. Let's see. Maybe it was like hello. What's the keyword I use? There's something here that I really liked, but I can't find it anymore. Whoa, that's very cool. This as well. It was by this guy, I think. Let's have a look at his components. Yes, 21st Dev is completely free. The chat is a paid experience. But yeah. Alright, dude, I love this design. I think it fits perfectly our like AI scanning stuff. So let's grab that. And we're gonna come back to the section. Okay, this kind of actually did what I wanted it to do, which is cool. That's great. Left align the value prop paragraph text and align both texts to the ends of container. Heading will be far left and text will be far right. Here, I just want to split this out a little bit more. I want this to be aligned to the left and just push to this corner over here. It's cool. I like it. Crazy thing, this image was ChatGPT. If you didn't see that before as we joined, we just generated it here in ChatGPT. Here's the prompts I use. The second version wasn't too good, but thankfully the first version was pretty good. There we go. Perfect. Maybe we'll change that image in the future, but I'm pretty happy. Get down here. Is that our third section? Okay. Back to 21st Dev. It really is as simple as just copying both of these code tabs and pasting it under your prompt. So that's what I'm going to do in this case. What do you guys think of our page so far? Any improvements we can make? There you go. Cool. All right. I want 3 of these, and I would like it so that the colors and fonts match the here. Design looks great there. Okay, we've got Optica, our fake brand. We can change this quote now to just be a little bit closer to our design that we have in here. And then I want 3 of these as well. Nice. Clean. So here I just want them like one by one next to each other rather than having to scroll through them. And then we'll fix up the font as well because it's a little bit too big. Like this original intention for this component was to use it as a like just one section quote, but I want to reuse it, recycle it, and build some smaller components from it. But I really like the design style of this like corner piece with the lines. It really matches our overall theme of like scanning to improve people's running. Side by side, reduce text inside quote block to main paragraph size in here. Small tip, if you ever feel like your design looks a bit weird or you're not too sure how you can improve it, one of the sanity checks I do before launching any product is just checking font sizes. It's a really simple thing, but it might be something that's letting you down. As you can see here right now, I have 3 different font styles. I have the paragraph one, the heading, and then the nav bar. Maybe something we could do here, just to define it a little bit more, is we make these ones in the nav a little bit smaller, and then we have a big, a medium, and a small piece. I learned that from Ran Segal. If you want to watch a good video on YouTube, Ran Segal, the importance of design. Okay, cool. Look at this. Coming together nicely. There's a lot of tweaks to make, right? But let's improve this. I would like you to rewrite the text inside and match the font of the hero. Talk about the features / benefits of a platform that's AI and scans your running for improvement. This is cool because you can just let Lovable do the copywriting for you. Another benefit of doing this all with an AI tool. I tend to let like Lovable write what I want, giving it context on what I want, and then just making tweaks if I need to. But it's pretty good at writing out what you need to. The offset of this scroll section is slightly off again as well now, so I need to fix it. So we are 50 minutes in and we've got 50 of you watching us as well, which is awesome. Oh, okay. All the cards heights should match. Even with if they have less text than others. It's just a small thing, but I want the cards to like just match up a little bit more. Then I think we'll make these little corner squares a little bit smaller, and I think I'll be happy with that. Wonder if we can do it in the edit tool. Let's have a look in a sec. They should expand height-wise if other cards in the group have fuller height. Again, tweaking here. I think I want to build like a little entrance animation for the website in a minute. That should tie us up nicely. Okay, cool. Let's see if we can make these smaller here. So this is H and W stand for height and width in Tailwind. As you can see, it works, but I'm needing to just tweak this a little bit. So -2.5 maybe? -2.5, okay. Maybe not negative, and maybe it's just 2.5 across the board. Maybe. . Let's have a look. Shout out Cooley in the chat as well. This is her painting. For anybody who wants to know in chat, shout out to Cooley. I am confused about these CSS positionings now. So I want to make the small black squares smaller, but they still sit on the corners of the code. If it doesn't work manually, just try and prompt it and see if you can get it to work. These are just a little too big, these squares, in comparison to everything else. So I just want to make them a little bit smaller and neater. Let's see if Lovable can get this. Perfect. I think one of the things I liked about them was they were small, but they used the colors of the, they used like this red color. So I'm just going to change that to orange. Maybe the lines as well, we'll see. It'd be cool actually if you hovered over them. Yeah, there you go. That's the effect I want now. Cool. So in this case, what I'm going to do, this looks really good there, so I'm a bit torn now, but when I hover over one, I'd like to add a shadow to the card. The grid BG fades to white. The orange corners stay orange, but the border also turns orange. Let's do that. Hey, yes, Das. Thanks for joining the stream. This is what we built so far. I think we're doing okay. We've got a nice little hero section for our fake AI analysis app. This cool scroll section, which does a bit of a mission statement / gets people excited. And now we're working on these cards, which that's pretty cool actually, that effect. I like it. Nice. I'm going to add another scroll section, I think, after this, because I want to get people excited. Would you recommend trying and designing in Figma before you upload to Lovable? This is a conversation we're having a lot in the office at the moment. There's two benefits to having a designer. One, they'll keep an eye on like design overall. Two, they can focus on making it look good. You can just focus on the development. I've designed and developed in Lovable projects from start to finish, and it works fine. I think it's like, depends how critical you are in terms of design and if it's important to you. Why would you design in Figma and not in Lovable? Would be my question. Okay, cool. This is looking great. As I said, I want to add another scroll section now to get people excited. We've got some cool scroll sections in 21st Dev, so let's see if we can steal something from here and repurpose it. I think that's like the key here, really, like making sure whatever you do use, you're focusing, oh, that's really cool. You're focusing on using it, but making it like your own rather than just copying whatever and sticking it in there and hoping it looks good. You see how a lot of the components I'm taking, I'm trying to think about how do I then match that into the design that we already have or we started off with. I think I like this one a lot. This is a classic. So what we'll do, and I'll show you guys what this looks like. So when you scroll through, the image expands. Pretty simple, but it's a very cool effect, especially if you have some great imagery, which we can definitely fake with ChatGPT. Let's add another section after benefits. So again, just like instead of just copying the code and hoping Lovable gets it, just defining like, hey, we want this as the next section after the benefits. I like this effect, but I wonder if there's something else we can add. Maybe like a glare or something when it pops up, but it looks clean. Shout out to all of you who are watching. Any questions, let us know. August and Dan are in chat. Thank you for the follow. Hopefully be on Twitter a little bit more and YouTube. So if there's anything I can help out with, feel free to DM me and we'll do it in the next stream for sure. Okay, apparently it's added it, but it doesn't work. So it's there, but it looks like the scroll sticky got broken. We need to adapt for the section. Let's see if it can get over this. Otherwise, what I'll do is just copy it all again, and I'll be like, hey, you implemented it, but not everything. Here's the component again. Try again. This is really off now because of all the content I'm adding. So I need to fix that as well. Now I can see, I think, why this is happening. So I'm gonna refactor this. Refactor this into sections in a home page for a cleaner and more modular design. So one of the issues at the moment that we're seeing is that this section, and this section are all being treated as the same component. Not a great thing when it comes to editing, because Lovable is going to have to rewrite all three sections every time. But also, it's a little bit messy in regards to like keeping your code organized. One of the biggest tips I can make is just running this little refactor prompt every, I don't know, half an hour to an hour of building, and just get Lovable to clean up and reorganize your code. That makes it a lot easier then for people like me who need to come in and help you at some point, or anybody else that you want to get on your team, because you'll have a nice, clean and organized project for them. So in this case, I've just asked Lovable, can you do that? And what it's done is it's split everything into its own sections, as you can see. Hero section now, scroll text section, smooth scroll section, homepage hero, and cursor rule as well. So pretty cool. The scroll through text section is now off in regards to scroll position. I guess it needs to use the section scroll position. No tweaks. Let's get this working. But we are coming up to an hour already of being live. How cool is that? It feels so much. So I just want to fix this because, yeah, right now it's not big enough. Cool. And then just another tweak. As always, the text should only start filling as we stick and should fully fill by the end of stick. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, sticky elements are the things I'm using. This classic HTML, CSS. You see here as I scroll the page, the yellow thing sticks to the page. That's how I know the terminology and how I know what to tell the AI. So if you don't know your basics with HTML and CSS, maybe you need it right now. Maybe in the future we don't need it, but I really recommend it if you want to get your grip on the basics, and then be able to prompt better as well in the long run. Okay, this is close, I think. Let's see. Yeah, nice, much better. Perfect. Okay. Then we have our benefits, and then I want this image section to work. It didn't copy over perfectly, so I'm just going to copy the code again from 21st Dev and say the image, the last section, image scroll needs reworking to work with a section-based sticky scroll, viewport position, and also take into account the effect from the original element. And I'm just going to copy the code again. Super easy. So that was for that, and then I'll also copy this. Put this in here, and then we're going to hit enter. Now, hopefully, it should go back through this little section, and it's going to just re-implement the animation. Shout out to everyone in chat today, especially Algus, who's manning it. Thank you. Whoa, it worked. There we go. Nice. So I'm going to go back to ChatGPT because I want another image. Okay. Now the same man playing tennis with the same tracking boxes overlaid. Ensure all boxes. Yeah, we'll do that actually. If you remember, when we first started this, the goal is to build a website for an AI athlete analysis technology. So hopefully ChatGPT is going to be able to give us a nice image to use for this. I probably want to make sure it's square as well. Thanks, Jonathan. So Jonathan from Venezuela says, for us in Venezuela, it's a pleasure that Harry shares this stuff. It changes the game, this level of technology and marketing, and it allows us to be more creative. I'm glad that you feel like that, Jonathan. I definitely felt the same when I first started using Lovable in this case. Oh, nice, Dan. Great. I am going to do that. Can I edit it here? 16:9 ratio. Stop. Send. There we go. Look at that. Perfect square. Do you guys use ChatGPT much for image generation? I've been finding it's really useful at the moment, but I'd be interested to hear if you guys are using it in the chat or down below in the comments as well. Oh, I'm hopeful. Yeah, I spelled head wrong. It doesn't look too bad there, actually. Oh, the other one. The other one looks much better, I think. I'm not too sure I like the text in this one. It's got some of the boxes on it, but much cleaner here. So we'll copy this image and we'll say replace the image with this. The thing about Lovable is you can just paste images in rather than having to worry about uploading it or something like that. And we can get him to replace the image here. Oh, let's probably show the right screen as well. There you go. You can see this now. This is cool. Scrolling works. I just want to make sure that we get the the imaging. Oh, nice. Perfect. Let's add some text that overlays the image once it's fully expanded. End of sticky scroll section. It gets people excited about this technology. I'm being broad with the copywriting, right? Because I have no idea what I need to put text-wise here, but if I at least tell ChatGPT, if I at least tell Lovable, like, hey, dude, I would love you to add some text here. Here's like the basis of my idea, but I'm not too sure. You can tend to let Lovable just run with it. What's cool as well, as you can see, is you can take 21st Dev components and you can edit them and you can make them your own. So I'd really recommend that, especially with those of you who just paste 21st Dev components and call that a website. Come on, let's get creative with this bitch. Okay. All right, cool, but it looks a bit gimmicky, the text. So let's change the text to let's change the section style to match that of the page. Grid background, color DG, text is the same as the hero text with new copy, of course. So yeah, just a few like small visual things. Pure white page, I want to keep this like creamy stone color we've got. I like these benefit cards. They look better on a full screen as well. Coming into this scrolly section, I want to just fix this up because it's ugly as hell with that text. And we just want to match our styles a little bit more. Whoa, that's cool. I still wanted to keep the image. That's really cool though. I actually really like this. Maybe I'll keep it like this. What do you guys think? It's kind of hard, but I don't know if I like it without the image. I'm not too sure. I think we'll go back to the image, but I like the text. Yeah. So the text is good. So let's see if it gets this. I have a funny thing, it's going to add the image to the actual layout. But very cool. So just as a reminder, here's the website that we started with at the very beginning of the stream for inspiration. Didn't have much, but it had this cool like scrolling thing, and there were some nice elements from it that we took inspiration from. And then just for comparison, here is our version that we've been building today in just under an hour. And not that bad. Cards. Now we've got this nice scroll. Yeah, sick. Make sure when we reach the bottom of that section, the anim is finished, and the text / image is full capacity. Also, are we like lightening it? No. I don't like the grid lines in it. That's the thing that's throwing my eye off. So I don't like this white BG. We're going to change it back to this. I want to get rid of the grid lines, but I'm happy. This is cool. We'll add another section after this, and then when we scroll through this one, we should see the text fully as well, which would be cool. I think this gives across a cool vibe now. You can kind of get what the company does. There's a mission statement, some benefits of using the technology. This little cool out section is a bit like a CTA, this section, I guess. Grabs people attention. We can have a nice call to action on it. So here I added it to the component, but not to the page. So I'm just going to make sure that the page defaults to this background color always. Just tidy ups, as always with these things. There we go. Now my background color's in, which is I like. I just want to remove the grid from the component. Also, when I reach 100% scroll and hit bottom of section, image is still not fully expanded and text is still faded. So it's probably one of the most annoying things I think with scroll-based animations, just tweaking it to get it perfect. I like this. And this is cool as well. There's a lot of scrolling like interactions with this website now, so it makes it really interesting to play with and use. Yeah, we can. I guess I will try that. I will publish this on the Lovable website afterwards, so if you guys want to try it out, you're more than welcome to do so. Okay, that's the grid goal, nice. Add one more section after this one. That's pricing using the same UI as the benefits. So this is just a great example of recycling UI in your app now that you're starting to build out some assets and elements that can be reused. I want to add pricing after this section, and I think that using the same style that we have for the cards here will look really cool. So let's do that. It also means we can scroll past this and hopefully see if the effect fully finishes or not. And yeah, I'm not putting much thought into like the format of this landing page or like what will convert or whatever. Like obviously I'm focusing on design and story a lot. But one of the cool things you can do if you want Lovable to help you with that is after you've designed your landing page, you can go into chat mode and you can say, give me a crow analysis of the website so far. Crow is just short for conversion rate optimization. So you can quickly get an expert, in this case, Lovable, to do it, add the choose your plan after the sticky image scroll. This is cool. A little bit ugly, but we can fix it up for sure. It's looking good though. I'm happy they use the elements. These giant orange buttons are a bit yikes, but we're getting there. And you see what I mean when I was talking earlier about fonts and making sure fonts match up? This design looks good, but one of the weird things right now is we have one font style for the nav, one font style for the header, one set font style for the paragraph text, and then we have a different font style here, a different font style here, and different font styles here as well. So it's just about making sure all of these match up. And I'll show you a trick that I do in a minute. I accidentally did a plan instead of an edit. So we're going to hit implement plan and get that added. Cool, so this fully expands now. The offset of the image scroll is slightly off. Can we make it section based? Should be complete 10% before I reach end of scroll section. I just want to make sure that we don't miss this content when we scroll past it. You see how it finishes just after we leave the section. So I want to make sure that it finishes just before we leave the section so the user has time to read all of this, but I'm super happy, dude. Look at this. Woo, nice little clean landing page. And honestly, this is me just trying to do it quickly on stream to get something together for you guys to see, right? But you can imagine if you spend another 2 to 3 days on this, of refining what we've got so far, you can actually build a pretty nice landing page for a client and earn that 10K, as I said in the title. So it's looking better. That finishes before we reach the end. I think the actual tweak is going to come in now. So we should see that reflected. Yeah, props 5 to 10% less because now it ends the animation further past it. All right, we're going to probably finish up in about 10 minutes on this landing page. So let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything I can answer before we end the stream. I will be sharing this link directly afterwards in chat, so feel free to check it out. It will also be available on the Lovable gallery if you want to check it out as well and download it, take apart the code, take apart the prompts, use it for yourself, whatever you want. Okay, getting there. I don't want to like waste too much time tweaking this. One of the other ways to like get this perfect, which I would do if I wasn't on stream, is just opening dev mode, editing the code. But we won't do that for this one. Cool. The future is here, and then choose your plan. This is cool, but I just want 2 plans. Just 2 plans for choose your plan, and ensure that you use design styles from the hero, as we are a bit loose ATM on following it. So yeah, just pointing to a component I've already made on the website and like the fonts and styles that I like so that it makes sure it matches it as well. In this case, it's going to take some of those design styles from the hero and it's going to implement it on this choose your plan section, which is cool. I'm probably going to finish on this pricing page today. Let me know in chat if you want us to finish it for the next episode. We'll put this on YouTube, so you're more than welcome to check it out. Okay, this is great. Great, but sizings and alignments are massive. Whilst retaining the card's design, can we remove some stuff around and fix sizes? this is closer, right, to our like overall design theme, but still these boxes are really thin and everything looks a bit messy. So I just wanted to like go through and focus a little bit more on the spacing and dimensions of things. Hey, you could say what you want as well, but in my case, like I just trust Lovable, so we'll let Lovable do it. Okay, kind of works. It's getting better. The cards should be same width and have a good gap. Also remove the most popular. Again, just some small things here. Text alignment, fixing the widths of these cards a bit more. There we go, much better, much better. Can you make the choose your plan and head and paragraph next to it align with the cards below? Maybe the cards can just stretch, the cards grid can just stretch to the same width as the text below. Always about fine tuning your design. Never be happy with what you've got. Try and figure out how can you make it better. I hope that's something that you guys can take away from today. Perfect. Let's go. Add some more padding to the top and bottom of the section. I think this is going to start to be closer to what we wanted. I still want to go through and fix all the fonts, fix up some of the animation timings, but honestly, for what we spent here an hour and a half prompting, I'm really happy with where we are. And I think that it's a great start. If I had any more time today, I'd probably spend a couple more hours on this. Add stripe to the pricing. For Pro, still keep the border and corners as one. Thank you for joining us. Good night. Have a lovely evening in Indonesia. Thank you for joining. So happy with this. So happy with this. And would you look at that? Did exactly what I wanted as well, which is great. I think we are going to leave it here, guys. So let's summarize. Did you know that you can build a $10,000 web page in Lovable? Well, that's exactly what we did in today's live stream. We worked with a concept that we found online and rebuilt it in an hour and a half inside Lovable. And in today's video, that's exactly what I'm going to show you. So I hope if any of you have been joining today, you enjoyed the live stream. We're going to try and keep doing these every week. If you have any suggestions for something you'd like us to build in the future, please do let me know via Twitter, LinkedIn, or wherever you're watching this. All episodes will go on YouTube. My name's been Harry Makairoka. I want to thank Algus and Dan who have helped me through the whole of this live stream, and everybody else on the team in the background who are supporting. And yeah, hope you guys have a nice rest of your week. And if I can help in any way, don't be afraid to reach out. Thank you and see you in the next live stream. Bye.